Yo, what is popping, guys? We are back for the ITL Week 11. It's been a pretty much up and down season for us. We lost the first two games of the season, then won four in a row, then lost two, then won two in a row again. So I'm 6-4 right now. I'm playing my good buddy Trevor, aka Sheer Force, basically my closest friend in the community, like and my one of my longest friends as well. Always nice to battle him. When we started the league format, I always trashed him, but now he improved quite a bit, and he has like a very solid overall record in the Sun and Moon meta game, I would say. So definitely gonna be an interesting game. He has a bunch of threats that I don't like to switch into. As he brought the Mew, which is always a pain to deal with. Brought the Bronzong, which isn't really a threat. Beware Infernape, his go-to fire type in the format, I would say. Brought the Kabutops, which I didn't really expect to come because it's kind of trash versus me. Like even is walled by Arcanine, which is basically weak to both of the steps. So I didn't really know why he brought it. Maybe only because of hazard control. And he brought the Gudra, obviously the most flamesmon on the planet, as everyone should know by now. Like Gudra, basically the best mod in the format, I would say. I'm just kidding though. But like, yeah, look at my squad. I decided to bring Flame Orb, Conkeldurr, knock off Drain Punch, Mach Punch, and I think Ice Punch. Um, I don't know. Probably. It's been a while since we battled. Over a week now. I bring defensive Arcanine, which is basically my Infernape check, but also switches into Beware fairly well. Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Raw, and Morning Sun. Raw is here basically to deal with like some setup variants, maybe a Curse Gudra or Acid Armor Gudra, which he likes to bring sometimes. Also for the Calm Mind Mew, which could be a threat. And yeah, just like face stuff around in case like Get rocks up. I bring the Tapu Fini here, Taunt, Nature's Madness, Moonblast, and Surf. Taunt as well, again, just for the mute, like to prevent it from setting up too much to get, like I don't want it to get out of hand. Um, also works against the Bronzong, prevents him from getting up rocks. It's mostly a defensive Tapu Fini because like I need some switches to Infernape, and Tapu Fini does the job quite well. It can take a gunk shot after rocks, so that's kind of cool. Life or gunk shot as well. Excuse me. I bring Excadrill, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and Ironhead. Probably, yeah, should be Ironhead. I think it's an Earthplate variant, which does quite a bunch to his team. Like, he doesn't really have to switch into Mold Breaker, Earthquake. Mm, he probably has the Bronzong here with the Levitate, expecting me to probably run a Sandrush variant with my Gigalith, but I decided nah, just like spam the Mold Breaker Earthquake if possible, and go from there. Kyurem here is a Roost 3 attacks variant with the Z move, Sub-Zero Slam with the Freeze Shock. I think I have Fusion Bolt and Ice Beam on the set, but might be wrong. As I said, it's been a while since we played, but I think it's Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, and obviously Freeze Shock. No, it's Earth Power over Ice Beam because I felt like the same way with Excadrill. I felt like Mold Breaker, Earthquake, and Terra Volt, Earth Power hit his team for quite some damage. So it's actually a special variant with like some attack investment to like Oko stuff with the Sub-Zero Slammer if I get the chance to do so. And I bring a pretty heat Snorlax that Sub Protect, Curse, and and Return, which actually can set up on quite a bunch of his mons. Can deal with Calmine Mew fairly easily because Psychic has to be a +1 or +2 to break a sub if it's a Psyshock variant. It will never break my sub as long as I have like same amount of defense boost as he has. Special attack boost, which is kind of nice. It doesn't like get his sub broken from life or Mark Punch. If I'm at +1, it sets up on any Bronzong variant. Even if he like is faster than me, I actually run 4 speedy Vs on the Snorlax to like outspeed it. Even if he is like faster than me, he can't toxic me because I actually run an immunity Snorlax. I didn't feel like I need to run Thick Fat because Infernape actually has the like would have the close combat to revenge kill me anyway. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit been I've been a little bit sick these days, but yeah, we'll fight through that here. And like it's not like just a great late game win con. doesn't doesn't look too great for this team he brought because there's like 2 normal resist. But if I weaken some stuff, I can easily sweep with this Snorlax if I get the chance to set up on the Bronzong. So let's hop right into this, I guess. Mm, I decided to lead off with my Feeny just to potentially prevent Bronzong from getting up rocks. I seal it with Kabutops, which is fine. I think I just fire off the Nature's Madness here. It goes for the Stone Edge. Does quite a chunk, but like not that much damage that I get worried about it. It's not a boosting item, which is cool, so might be a Scarf variant, but yeah, we'll see about that. I get my lefties back. I will just fire off, I think a Moonblast on this turn, as he goes into Mew. Um, I do some nice damage, and he doesn't have an item, which means he like doesn't have the lefties, which is cool, but it could be a Z move, Mew, and like that could kind of be a threat. But I definitely will go for the taunt here because I don't want this thing to set up subs and calm minds on me. As he actually goes for a substitute, which is fine with me. I can just taunt it here, prevent it from setting up, and I will go out into my I don't even know, probably my Arcanine here to phase it around you with the Roar. He goes for the Psychic, does quite a bit, and gets a special defense roll, which is kind of annoying, which forces me to like switch out again as I go into my Snorlax here, which can take anything he wants to go for. So yeah, Mew like can't really do too much to me. I can just go for the return, but he gets another special defense drop, and that is kind of annoying because I need my Snorlax to be healthy in order to like sweep in the late game and like beat the Mew 1 vs 1 should it get out of hand for some reason. So special defense drop, second second for him on 3 psychics, which is annoying. I'm forced to switch out again. This time I go into my Excadrill as he goes for the roost. So he sub roost, psychic, and he either isn't Calm Mind or his only attacking move is the psychic. I'm not sure which it is. I don't like see the reason to run sub without Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, but yeah, you never know. Like if he's if he's only psychic, it makes sense because my only psychic resist on the team are Excadrill and Mesprit, I'm pretty sure, but still like Kyurem and Snorlax beat like any variant of Calm Mind Mew that has like only psychic as the attacking move. So here just go for the Stealth Rock, I think. No, I go for the Toxic, expecting Gudra. Oh yeah, I was like Mono Earthquake. I didn't even have the Iron Head, so I hit the Gudra with the Toxic, which is nice. I wanted to get off the Toxic on the Mew, but yeah, what can you do? Now I go into my Tapu Fini here, seeing what he wants to do. He fires off a Focus Blast, does 15%, gets another Spadef drop, so that doesn't really matter because I'm gonna switch out Scouting for the Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb. Go back into my Excadrill here, and yeah, take the Sludge Bomb because I'm immune to it. And now he's in range for an Earthquake, which allows me to just go for the Earthquake and kill off the Gudra here. It doesn't have to switch in, like whatever he wants to switch in will just die. Now he goes into his Infernape, and I'm still at full, and if he isn't Life Orb, he actually cannot kill my Excadrill with anything but the close combat, and I like my switch into Infernape or Tapu Fini was like so obvious that I like just decided to say fuck it and stay in and hit him with the Earthquake. He goes for the EQ, trying to probably catch my Arcanine. That's quite a bit, but yeah, I get off the Earthquake, and he is a Focus Sash variant, so he isn't dead, but yeah, it's fine. Like Earthquake won't 2KO my Arcanine here on the switch in, which is cool, and I can just Morning Sun up on the Arcanine. He goes into Mew, which I don't really mind because I can just Roar on the next turn, predicting him to go for the substitute. As he does, I can just like fire off the Roar. Basically the sub gets some chip damage off on it. Goes into like I roar him out into Infernape. I just fire off a Flare Blitz to knock him out, but he makes a smart play. Goes into his weak armor Kabutops, which I still wall with my Tapu Fini, but also my Arcanine is to see like this does absolutely nothing. I go for the Roar because I can potentially like Morning Sun up on everything he wants to go into. Goes run out into Beware and lets me burn it, which is kind of surprising. But he goes for the Swords to cancel it out, so yeah, I guess that works. But I like don't agree really with the Swords Dance play here in front of an Arcanine, because actually if he's a fluffy variant, Flare Blitz has a chance to knock him out depending on the set. After this turn, he's at 94%, and a Flare Blitz to a Fluffy Beware actually does 89% minimum to like 105 or something. So it's like a big roll in my favor to knock it out. I don't really need my Arcanine anymore because like Infernape is in range for any attack and in range of rocks if I get the chance to set them up. So I can just fire off a Flare Blitz, and I go for the Flare Blitz, and you see I do 45%. Actually, Trevor told me he promised me it was a Fluffy Beware. He had some HP invested, but it like according to his calcs it should have done like 75% minimum. But yeah, if he told me it was Fluffy, I believe him because he's my friend. So yeah, like if it was Fluffy and like then just Showdown messed up and forgot that Flare Blitz hits it super effectively, but yeah, that like kinda sucks because Fluffy, because yeah, Beware is pretty fat, and I don't know like how I can revenge kill it the best way possible. Knocks me out with the return. Should have been a dead Fluffy here, especially after the burn damage on next turn, but yeah, what can you do? Gone to my Excadrill because I don't know if my Tapu Fini is faster. Um, like, yeah, it kind of sucks that I have to like go for the EQ now because like that's kind of predictable, but I really did want to like get up rocks on like on a potential on the potential dead fluff that would kill me but would also die to burn after I got the Flabber's damage off on a Fluffy Beware, but yeah, what can you do? Yeah, Infinite comes back again. I want to save my Excadrill because it still can do quite some work as he like just fires off an Earthquake again, does nothing to my Tapu Fini. I'm still at 55%, which is nice. I can just fire off Moonblast here on the next turn, knock out the incoming Kabutops. So things are looking nice for me, to be honest. Um, Goes into Mew. I will taunt it here on next turn. He goes for the smart play, comments up before going for a substitute, or just Moonblast here for whatever reason. Probably want to break its sub before it sets up, but yeah, he goes for Roost as I decide to just taunt it. Now next turn I can just go for the Nature's Madness, put it in range for basically any attack I want to go for because I can live a Psychic and can live 2 Psychics plus 1 and like put it in range for any attack, which is cool. But as you see, he gets a crit on my Tapu Fini and knocks it out, which is kind of unfortunate. Like now I have to basically go for the Sub-Zero Slammer here in order to beat this Mew, because like I don't want my Mushroom to get too much damage, to get weakened too much, because like I don't think 2 Ice Beams will be able to knock out the Mew here, and then like Taunt wears off and he can potentially go for the Roost, so I'm kind of forced to go for the Sub-Zero Slammer, which I will do now. I couldn't revenge kill the Mew with my Extra because I wasn't sure if it was faster than my drill or not, but yeah. I go for the Sub-Zero Slammer, I see. Goes into Zonga here. Does quite a fuck ton to the Bronzong, like 50%, that's crazy. It resists hits to like such a fat mon. I go into my Excadrill, basically sacking it because I want to set up with my Snorlax and win the game. Mm, like he misses the Zen Headbutt, which kind of sucks for me, but also kind of works because now I could potentially get up my rocks or like just kill him on with the Earthquake. I decided to just kill him on, even though like it probably wasn't the best idea because like I wanted to set up on the Bronzong with my Snorlax, but yeah, I'm still in a very solid position. Goes into Caesar here, goes for the Fire Punches. I decide to save my Extra because I might be faster than my drill than the Mew, in which case I can Toxic it. So yeah, like I decide to save my drill and go into my Kong. Goes for the Fire Punch. I get burnt, but that's because of my Flame Orb, and I know I can take any other hit, and I decide to go for the knockoff here. He actually SDs up for whatever reason. I go for the knockoff in case he wanted to switch out into his Christina. As like I get a kill with the Kong. He roosts up here in front of my Kong and shows the Cobra Berry. Pretty interesting item choice on his part because like I don't have Dark Stab on my team. The only knockoff user I have is actually the Conkeldurr as well as the Mesprit, both of which like aren't like doing too much damage in Mespit's case, or like just get dropped by a psychic from a Mew depending on my set. So like I wasn't sure why he had the Cobble Berry, but in this scenario here it works out for him. And I can just like spam knockoff here, force him to knock me out, and then go into my drill like just to see if I can toxic it. I didn't really like need to do it because Snorlax probably wins 1v1 anyway. But yeah, I let him psychic here. He needs to be faster. I like had some trouble. Had some trouble figuring out his set. I was fairly certain it was a speedy Mew, but like I wasn't 100% sure. So as Snorlax comes in, we both go for the substitute, and yeah, I can like just return on the next place. I predict him to roost. I want to break his sub before he starts starts combining up, and then on next I'm predicting him to combine. I will go for a curse, just so that my return will do like 40% to this Mew. I get the nice damage, get the nice +1 here. Psychic will break my sub obviously. I get up my second curse here, and like this game is basically over. He cannot 2KO me. I will go for protect because he has only 8 psychics left. And I like could potentially stall him out. I like just want to see what he wants to do. If it gets out of hand, I can just sub up. But Trevor got a little mad in the chat and said like I should just spam return. He knows the game is over, so I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I will like click return and kill this Mew. So Snorlax coming in the end game and coming through versus the Mew. So get a nice 2-0 win with my boy Trevor. Mew was actually a pretty big threat to my team. I kind of underestimated it when I prepped, but I knew that as long as I keep my Snorlax healthy, I was able to win this game. And like, yeah, Snorlax was like such a great win con versus him anyway. I think the damage I got on Infernape early in the game came in quite clutch for me. Not gonna lie, but if I like didn't get off the damage, I would have probably saved my Excadrill, sacked my Excadrill on the Bronzong, like just go for Stealth Rock and set up with my Snorlax and actually like beat his Inferno 1v1. He actually didn't have the close combat, but in case he had the close combat, I like would have just like set up a sub on the Bronzong, then spam sub and protect to like burn all his close combat PPs and then like win with Snorlax anyway because couldn't really touch Snorlax afterwards. But he told me it was like a Fire Punch, Mark Punch as a D set with like one more coverage move, Earthquake. Obviously, yeah, he used that, but yeah, like I don't know like why he didn't bring close combat, but yeah, it's at +2 it probably would have made sense because all my fighting weaknesses dropped to a +2 Mark Punch besides like a very fat Knowledge, which I was like I could have potentially revenge killed it with my legs anyway, so that's fine I guess. So I guess another win here in week 11. I'm actually 7-4 now, which is pretty nice. I actually clinched playoffs with this win. I clinched my division because my boy Andy lost another game this week. He's now like 5-6 and has a tie or something. So yeah, I have my division locked up, so I will make the playoffs again in the ITL. It's my own league, so I definitely want to make playoffs again. Like I have never missed playoffs in this league, but I obviously want to get back into the finals. I won the league in season 2 and 3. Made the finals in season 4, so now in season 5 I will try and get back to the championship and like get another title on my resume. But we'll see about that. Gypsy is doing fairly well in the other conference, so he's gonna be a threat should I make the finals. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week I will battle my good buddy Tyler, aka Phantom Base. Should be a fun one. He has some bunch of threats with a very fat team, so yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, that's it for today. I don't know when I will upload this battle. Maybe today, which is Friday, or maybe like on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. But I will have quite a bunch of videos going up this weekend. Like the first week of the PMC Orange League, which is fun. On Friday, like the battle versus Eric for the ITL for week 10 went up. So you guys have some stuff to watch. So thank you for watching and peace out.